My name is Rick, and I know a lot about games. Come watch my videos, and I'll teach you about games. Come on, this is totally original guides. Yeah, it's totally original guides. Totally original guides. Yeah, this is totally original guides. Yeah. Thanks for clicking on my video. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you learned something. Oh, hello everybody. Welcome back to Totally Original Guides. Of course, my name is Rick. I'm joined here by my fellow friend, Floyd, and we are going to continue our complete guide for Spyro 2. Here's the thing that you guys gotta understand about Spyro 2 here, is that this one is... it's structured a little bit differently than Spyro 1. If you watched the previous two episodes, you should be familiar with that, but I'm going to reiterate it once again. We had to do the talismans. We had to complete one of the levels without 100%ing it in order to get the talisman. We will be coming back to that level after we have a certain ability, I believe the climb ability, but right now we're moving on past that level, and Hurricos, which we did last time. We're going to be, I believe there's an orb in here, yep, so, that's the other thing. Much like Spyro 1, the hub worlds do have, collectibles such as the gems. They also have orbs, no talismans though. So, we're just collecting those. And then we're going to do the level that's behind here. Say, Spyro, let me steal your money. What a
greedy person.
Yeah, what a greedy person.
I mean, bear.
That's all they do. Like, have you ever been, like, seen bears could steal your food when you go camping and stuff? They're thieves, alright? I don't know what it is about them. I don't know who teaches them these things. For all I know, there's some man hiding in the woods, living in the woods, teaching the bears how to steal. They steal honey from the bees, stuff like that. Alright. So now we're doing underwater level. I didn't catch the name of this level, but it's not super important. It'll be in the description below.
So we're gonna go straight for the talisman first.
Okay. Straight for the talisman. Now, is it because there's can we complete this level, or are we just doing it in a specific order?
We're just doing it in a specific order.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's the way that it's sort of best structured for you guys is so that you can follow along at home and just do exactly what sort of Floyd is doing here, where just going straight for the talisman. Then we're gonna get the other parts of the level completed. So, and if you've been following the guide, but you shouldn't have any problems with money. We have tons of money. We are very rich. So yeah, money bags should never be an issue. But if you have not been following the guide and you're just tuning in for maybe you just need something for this specific level, sorry man, can't help you. If you're short on money, I can't lend you any, and I can't tell you to get better at the game. I also can't fix your mistake of not following the guide from the beginning.
So there we go. Now we have the talisman.
All right, good. Talisman done. It's a seashell.
Now, the biggest reason I wanted to do that first is now I can go all up high and get all the other stuff.
Oh, because of the water level.
Yes.
Yes, I understand. Oh, this room is scary. Whew. I never like those infinite voids that you see in levels, like when it's a floating island or something. A lot of Spyro levels do that. It always bothers me. You know, I don't like the idea of falling off a floating island. I'm really glad that, I mean, technically the Earth is a floating island in space, but you can't really fall off of it unless you reach the edge. because of course the Earth is flat. So
now we're getting some kids for this guy.
What is it? You said kids?
Yes, some like little seahorsey.
That's kind of creepy.
He is the king, so he is.
He needs kids?
I guess.
I don't really like that. just throwing it out there. I can't say for Nick, because he's kind of a weirdo, but me, Rick, I definitely do not condone anybody who's an adult gathering children. That's definitely not something that I'm okay with. Now, are the kids across the whole level here?
They are. They're in those really convenient numbered.
I see.
Towers.
Almost like these prison cells. Huh. Interesting. Oh, and I see. It opens up the next one.
It does.
For each one. Okay. So, should be pretty easy to follow along. And of course, if you're following the guide here, you'll know we'll show you exactly where they are.
Don't forget these ones. These ones always trip me up.
Oh, those little hidden gems.
Yep.
Those crabs are very googly. So there's 5. Collecting the gems around it and everything.
So one thing you're gonna want to make sure you do is get all of the crabs and stuff so that you can get the super breath.
Oh yeah, because they give you the power up ability. I forgot about that.
Now remember, you're gonna want to constantly be holding square for a little tip for you speedrunners.
Oh, nice. Speedrunning tip.
Of course, you also have to be good.
Yeah, which, let's be honest, you're probably not if you're watching this, but don't worry, because we're gonna whip you into shape, alright? After you're done watching this guide, you're gonna be Spyro Pro, and you're gonna be speedrunning with the best of them. Oh, so that was actually a perfect thing that Floyd was showing off there. He got hit by the first one intentionally, of course, so that he could show you you have invincibility frames after you get hit. So he powered through the rest of them because he had gotten hit. So it's a very speedy way to sort of get through that. And of course, he only took 1 damage from it. And see, sheep right there, he can always get that health back. So it's never a huge deal when you're doing stuff like that if you're just using those invincibility frames to skip past some parts. But of course, that is an advanced maneuver, one that Floyd is, it's second nature for him. But you might want to practice a little bit before you start doing it. Yeah, see, those ones were spaced out just barely wide enough so that you didn't quite have enough time. There he was, of course, demonstrating how much time you have those invincibility frames. So, you don't want to go overboard with it, is what I'm trying to say. Of course, always grab those extra lives, and, of course, free health refill.
So now we just need one more.
One more child. One more child for this man who's looking for children.
Creep. Nick.
Yeah, right? He would. He's such a weirdo like that. He says boy a lot. He, calls everyone boy. I don't understand it. I don't really know how anyone can stand him, period. That's neither here nor there, I guess.
Now we're gonna help that cheetah.
Ah, yes. Is it Hunter?
I think so, yes. That hunter. It's really weird. Why would you want to hunt when you're a cheetah? Why are you hunting other cheetahs?
Right? What are you doing, you weirdo? Like, I don't go hunt humans. God. You know, this one can be kind of tricky, of course, because you got to make sure that you get it in the rings, but he will start maneuvering around all erratically. And the hit detection on those, you can't go through the ring. You gotta, you can't touch the ring in the sense and have it count. You do have to have all of the battery in the ring.
That's one of two.
Oh. See, those ones, that's one thing that I gotta say I kind of prefer about Spyro 1, but it's that they repeat goals a lot in Spyro 2 and 3, because they're like, oh, well, I mean, just give you another orb there. But you don't earn the dragons in Spyro 1 the same way, so you can't really repeat goals, you just kind of find them while you're exploring. But then again, Spyro 1 also doesn't have any of the random mini-games that these games have, so I guess that's the trade-off that you get. Ooh, she barely got that one. Alright. Got real talent, Floyd. Hunter says so.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's all the orbs in this level. So now we got the talisman, got all 3 orbs. Now we just need to wrap up all the gems.
And of course, remember, you can always hold all 4. But all 4 shoulder buttons.
Yeah. Yep. That'll show you right where all the gems are.
Don't be afraid to go up above, too, into that void.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, this would be probably a perfect opportunity to tell you guys, since we're wrapping this up. If you guys have any specific games that you want us to make guides on, you want me to make a guide on, just go ahead. Leave it down in the comments below. And I would be happy to see if that's a game that, I could make a guide on. You know, there are certain games that I'm not, like, super knowledgeable on. Don't ask me to make a guide on Madden 25 or something. You know, because I don't play sports games. But most games I have played, and I'm sure that I could work out a guide for most of those games. So if there's anything I can, and you want me to play it, I can see what I can do. So. And after we're done with this Spyro guide, I will see about finishing the Resident Evil 4 guide.
You should. There's that one guy in the comments always asking for it.
Yeah, right? I should just shut him up. I mean, if you're watching this guy, no offense, but, you know, I'll get to it when I'll get to it, alright? Me and Floyd here, we're doing something a little bit more important, but, you know, I still would, of course, love to finish it. But, you know, it's kind of a Halloween thing anyways, so,
right.
We want to get this guy done, because of the Spyro Reignited trilogy, but, it probably would be a bad idea to do that for October, so. So since we killed enough of the enemies, we got the power-up. And which one is this? Is this, oh, is it the flame meteor thing?
So,
oh, ice. Ooh, okay.
So it's gonna be ice. Just because you're
oh,
underwater.
Yeah. That's right. I didn't even think of that. But it functions the same, so you guys make sure that you were killing those crabs around so that you grab that. Because you need that in order to get all the gems.
Now, a normal person would keep going that way. I'm gonna go this way.
Oh, is there something secret over here? Some hidden gems, eh?
Makes it a lot easier.
Oh. I see. Well, there you go, guys. There are the hidden strats. Since we're already here, might as well also take out those guys before we our power up runs out. Then we'll go back and grab the gems that we left. Just double checking. Always double check, guys. Sometimes you never know when you miss, you know, just a single gem or something on accident. It looks like it's pointing up.
I think I'm gonna have to go around. There's one thing you're gonna constantly fight with the camera.
Oh, yeah. And if you're playing this on the Reignited Trilogy, you probably won't have that issue, since you can control the camera with the stick. But on the PlayStation 1 version here, you cannot do that. You have to control the camera with the, I believe, L2 and R2. Maybe L1 and L1, or R1.
Yeah, the ones.
Okay, yeah. And of course, we're using those as well for our Sparks ability, so it can be kind of difficult to manage both of them. Alright, there we go. Level done. Of course, you don't have to go through the gate at the end. You can just exit the level from the menu.
And yet again, lots of money.
Yeah, of course. Now, was that the last level of this world?
For talismans, yes.
Okay. Is there a flight level?
There is.
Okay.
You can knock that out real quick. Now, it's gonna ask you if you have enough orbs. But if you've been following along,
then you should have no problem
problem
with that. See, this is why you follow this guide. Because otherwise, you might run up here and she's like, "Sorry, Spyro, better get out of here, you little scamp." Because, you don't have enough orbs. But we do. Because, of course, we know this game much better than those scrubs.
Scrubs.
Now, in these flight levels, there's always a specific pattern when it comes to doing each of them. And a lot of the time, they will sort of show you what's next by you go through all the rings, and then no, look, there's these arches, that kind of thing. But sometimes it's not so obvious. So, of course, we'll be showing you what the best way to handle these are. That way you know, so that you don't have to figure it out yourself.
And during the boats / car stuff, always head towards them.
That's a really good piece of advice, because if you're trying to chase them, that's precious time that you're wasting. But if you are going towards them and they're heading towards you, then they're gonna come right to you. You don't really have to worry about it so much. So those are done. So now we just head up to the racetrack, and you could use the fast speed to move around. Of course, that is automatic the second you start dashing on the racetrack here. Only one left. And there he is. Alright, there you go, guys. That's the order to do it in. rigs, arches, boats, and cars.
Now we're gonna retry. Just now you can't do this until you complete the trial. So.
Oh, here we go. So this is how you secret. Does this? I'm assuming leads to an orb.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But again, if you're playing this on Reignited Trilogy, oh boy, this is probably gonna be much easier. Let me ask you something, Floyd. Are you excited for the Reignited Trilogy?
I'm really excited.
Of course.
Oh.
I can't see how you wouldn't be. Spyro is definitely one of the best games.
In my opinion, a lot better than a certain orange mammal.
Right. You know, I was very outspoken against those games. Because I don't really understand why you need both of them, right? Like, Spyro does everything that Crash does, but he does it better. So then what's the point of having Crash? And yet, everyone was like, oh no, I love Crash Bandicoot. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's because you're a pleb, get on my level, play Spyro, and then come back to me and tell me how much you love Crash. Now, do you have to, like, beat him as well, or do you just have to, okay, you just have to go through the rigs in the order, okay. And one more. Alright, so that's done with. Got the orb from that. Now, are there any other orbs in this level?
There are not. There's one per fly.
Alright.
For Speedway.
So then that makes it a lot easier. So now we could move on, I believe, to the boss.
Ah, yes.
Alright. So heading over to the boss now. Alright, so heading into Crush's dungeon now. Of course, you guys can watch those cutscenes if you want, but there's no need to watch them twice, once in the guide and once in your own game, because we're assuming that you're following along. Alright, so explain to me. So he will do that, and then he'll
So whenever he jumps and he's about to land, I time it and I jump.
Okay, yeah.
And then as soon as his second time, I flame him.
Okay.
And then he just goes like that, and because he's not an intellect.
Oh yes, of course.
He hits himself with those rocks.
Okay, so now, moving on from the rigs, now we're doing fireballs.
Yes.
Still the 2 fireballs and then flame him?
Yes.
Okay.
And I typically try to keep some distance and then move in during that second one.
Ah, I see. So see how the camera's fixated on Crush, so what Floyd is doing here is he's running, he's always dashing, and he's running around.
Ow,
so,
this is gonna be more than 2.
Okay.
This is gonna be 3.
Alright. So back to the rigs. So blue is the rigs, red is the fire.
Yes. And he'll chase you, and he'll get close, but don't worry, just keep going.
Just keep running, and you'll make it away from him. Alright, so then we're back to a blue. So 1, 2, 3. Flame him, and then run away.
I try to get him towards the blues.
Oh, because they're easier than the reds?
Because then they're easier than the reds.
Yeah. So, and as you saw there, what Floyd was demonstrating is even if you do get hit during that chasing part, he'll still damage himself. So, you don't really need to worry too much if you get hit once or twice.
So this is his last life, so
And
the rocks are going to crush him.
Wow.
Him.
That's ironic. Irony at its best, I suppose. Crush defeated.
Now, we're just gonna get a new homeworld.
Alrighty. Moving into the Autumn Plains, and I believe this is where you get the climb ability.
It is. That's the first thing we'll do.
Alrighty. There he is right down there, that creepy bear man. Hi, Spyro, I can teach you how to climb. Sure thing, fatty. Alright, now that we've got the climb ability, we can climb. So why don't we head on back to the first home world, and we will get we'll clean up the gems in that world that we were missing.
So, how you go back to the other homeworlds are these?
Yep, teleporters. There's, I believe, are there teleporters at the beginning and the end of each homeworld?
Yes.
Like right before the boss, there's
Yep.
teleporters. And then where you would normally spawn in, there's teleporters as well, so. And those will populate as you unlock the homeworlds. I believe there are 3 of them, is that correct?
Yes.
Alright.
So now we're just gonna clean up the homeworld.
Get all the rest of the gems here. And we needed, as stated in a previous episode, we did need the climb ability in order to do this, so that's why we waited. And it is for this ladder right in this room. Right there. Of course, Laura wants to talk to you, as always.
Women.
Right. And then get an orb right here. So that's all 4 orbs in this world. So now we just got to get the rest of the gems. Oh, there's greed right there.
Huh. It's behind the wall.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow is correct.
Couldn't warn me, Sparks.
Yeah. It'd be nice if he didn't just point in the just general direction, as if like, well, it doesn't really matter that there's obstacles there, I guess. That you kind of got to figure out how to maneuver around. Check down here. Oh, there's a green over there. And Summer Forrest is now complete. Alright. So, in the next episode, or that about wraps it up for this episode. So, the next episode, we will, of course, head back to the second world. Actually, no. We'll
go to the beach.
Yeah, we'll clean up the beach level that we missed since we didn't have the climb ability. So, at this point in time, you should have, as Floyd has showed you here, 100% on the world itself and every level in the world except for Sunny Beach. That's the one that we couldn't do. And then, of course, you should have Autumn Plains unlocked. So, in the next episode, that's what we'll do. And in the meantime, I want you guys to have a good day. And tune in next time. Goodbye.